Hugh, I'm so sorry. This is the second part of the video. Yes, the usual problem that I had with the battery of my cell phone. Yes, I was telling you that my dad, I couldn't protect him with these powers that I have. Yes, the physical powers. Yes, to protect him from these satanic spells. Yes, I couldn't. But yes, yes, I wanted to tell you that okay, these things about this species woman. Okay, she got calm. Yes, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me that I repeat again. I don't want to exasperate you. Yes, forgive me for this issue. That I wanted to take it out from my soul, from my heart. Yes. When my dad was alive, I had this heartache inside me. I was seeing my cards and my tarot cards and the cash divination and the Hudgens oracle, a lot of things. Yes, and I wanted to take it out from my soul. Yes. This negativity things that these two women that they were saying you and they are saying you don't know who are. Old colleagues, friends, admirers, I don't know. These two women and the dark-skinned man. The dark-skinned man, not too much, little bit, little things, because he afraid you. Yes, the dark-skinned man, the middle-aged. Yes, the women, they don't afraid you too much in compare with the dark-skinned man. No, this I'm getting with my telepathic X-ray telepathy. No. Yes, and she was telling you that my knowledge is he relies on you, on your pocket, on your money, yes, on you that you are accomplished. He's caring for his benefit. This thing is invalid. This thing is invalid. She's interested for your money. Yes, you remember this woman. Remember when I showed you the card that I told you the fishes, the evil eye above her figure, and beside was the money with I told you about she has problem with her financial capacity. Yes, later I suspected with my telepathic suspicion that perhaps she wanted in the past, yes, to take it to exploit you, yes, to deceive you, to steal money from you. Yes, she has this kind of intention, not me, not I, and not I, of course. Yes, she's telling you negativity things about me in order to remove me for her benefit, to remove me for her for your life, in order to have benefit. Yes, because she's in love with you. Yes. Do you know something? I don't have any problem if she's in love, if she's, whoever she is, if she's in love with you. Yes. Not the middle-aged woman too much, the younger woman. The other woman not too much. The young woman, her zodiac symbol is precious, Mr. Hughes said. My problem isn't that if she's in love with you, if she's keeping you company, yes, sometimes I don't have this kind of problem. My problem is that she's trying to influence you negativity for me. This woman, she knew me yesterday and before a few years. From where she awares my existence, she knows me. Yes, to say to you negativity things about me, yes. I'm a dignified person and I don't tolerate this kind of things from her, to tell you negative things about me, yes. And when my dad was alive, yes, I was seeing these two women that they were telling to you negativity things, but about me, yes. Uh, she, she's in love with you, yes. This I got, yes. And you remember when I was telling you about myself, yeah, about my money in August, that person they want to steal my money, yes. Uh, and I'm a person that no one cannot steal my money, my personal money, yes. When I was telling you on August the problem that I have, yes, that they consider me that I'm rich, yes, a rich man and secretly rich or Nazis. You remember? Yes. Um, yes. The conclusion is that you and I, we are strong, potent men, real men, and nobody can steal our money, you my friend. Yes. Because in the past, in the past, and me also. In the past, when I was in music school, there were a lot of women, and they had mischievous intentions with me. They wanted to become a very steady man, no steady, yes, to have sexual relationships with me. They found the suitable man, yes, me. They thought that I was womanizer because I have this this kind of voice, and my behavior is real. It isn't like woman. My behavior, yes, and they thought that I was a womanizer. And they thought that I'm very easy, steady man for them. Yes. Although that I love generally the man, and again I'm difficult, and with a man I'm not giving myself very easily erotic and sexual. Yes, and they found the suitable. They wanted to, who knows, to steal money from me. Yes. Music school, yes, generally in my life, yes. A lot of persons, and men and women, they wanted sexual relationships with me, but they found a suitable man. You and I, Hugh, we are not easy men, and we are not suitable men, you and I. And you also, you are a dignified man, yes. Dignified man, and you, how can I say, it's very difficult. A man is a man, or is a woman, to make sexual relationship with you, yes, because you are a dignified man. You are a very sentimental man. You are Mr. Haji, and not only Mr. Haji, my telepathic logic says this thing. I have understood, I have realized I have ascertained your psychology, yes, your character, yes, and I have understood that you are very dignified man. You're not, it's very difficult a man to hit on you, yes. For example, to a man or is a woman to become their steady. This I mean, it's very difficult. Yes. Okay, now Swordfish and is a movie at life. Yes. In the reality, it's very difficult. Yes, very difficult. And for me, this thing is valid, and for myself, I'm very difficult. And still the reason that I stayed a virgin man, yes, all these years, because there were and women and men they wanted to deceive me and to exploit me and to seduce me. I said correct the verb. I'm spelling the word seduce, seduce. they were trying with their behavior, but I didn't pay attention. I cut them the cough, cough, with a metaphorical meaning. How can I say now in English? Yes, the idiomatic, the suitable idiomatic in English. I had taken their wind. Oh no, I had taken the wind out of their sails. Yes, now I remember the suitable idiomatic slang and idiom. Yes, I had taken the wind out of their sails. Yes, this thing you did, and with the precious girl. Yes, girl, woman. Yes, you took the wind out of her sails. Yes, you caught her cough. In Greek, we are saying I cut her or him or his cough. I cut his wind. I cut his or her wind. We are saying I cut his wind. I mean that I put him in his position. I start to give him or to give her the liberties. Yes. This I'm trying to explain, the courage. Yes. Yes, you got me. So I'm so sorry, man. I'm not possessing very well in English language. And now I know now the generally the fishes, and from my side the fishes, and from your side the fishes. Learn first English and later try to communicate with you. Yes, I'm in you, in their mind. I'm here. I know what they are thinking about me. I'm like Julian Beck. You know Julian Beck, from the Portuguese. You remember? He's an old man. Oh my God, like magician, telepathic, sacred. Form telepathic, like medium, spiritualist, telepathic shape he was. In Portuguese, he was telling to the actor, I'm your friend, and I know what you are thinking. He has this Indian wizard, he told to the other man, strong hold on your family, but you have the fear that you are not man enough. And how do you know? He asked Julian Beck, the actor. Because I'm smart, and I'm your friend, and I know what you are thinking. Yes, I was telling to my dad this thing, yes, and then we are working together with Julian Beck. You know Julian, difficult to know him, he has died in a lot of years, in 2000, in 1986 or 7 he died. You know the old film thriller, Portuguese, yeah, the Julian Beck, the old man that he was like wizard, yes, his appearance, his form, his shape. Yes. And wild face, no man, had wild face, like magician, like astrologer. Yes, and I was telling to my dad, much more worse in compared with Julian Beck. I know each person what they are thinking, although that they are too far away. No matter the distance, Hugh, the distance means nothing in the metaphysical world. The distance means nothing. The distance. Yes. I was telling to, in the past, I was speaking years ago with an astrologer, and he told me, the distance means nothing about the spells and this kind of things. No. To go very open in the church to receive the Holy Communion and the spells, sorcery is not working. Yes, and you have from your nature and strong solar grid and aura. Yes, I have from my nature. Yes, thank God, strong solar grid and strong aura I have. Yes, Hugh, thank God I have. And the spells are not penetrating inside your aura. Yes, inside your bioenergy. And I was telling to leave from Greece to go in America or in Australia to stay away from the power of the devil. Manolis, the distance means nothing. Yes. Wherever you are, they will get you. Yes, because the bioenergy, the negative energy, the negative rays, yes, scatters in all, are scattering in all the planet. Yes, it's logic this thing. Yes, and the distance means nothing. Yes, and the Satan is everywhere. Yes. The astrologer, simple astrologer, no spiritual medium, simple astrologer he was, yes. And the past years and before to go in Australia in 2000, when I was 20 years, before the army, when I was 20 years old, yes. And yes, these things are happening too, yes, yes. This two dark-skinned women, they are witches, yes, and the fishes and the middle-aged dark-skinned woman, they are wizards, no witches, yes, sorcerers, witches, yes, and I was telling to my dad, I will tell you something, but I'm feeling ashamed, shy right now. My dad. He was very extrovert, was straightforward. He was telling me sexual things. Yes, with a very good man and mafia, a policeman he was. That the dark-skinned woman, she shouting. Whenever I'm writing to you, the middle-aged, yes, then much more. No, right now, no. This woman. She has stopped the middle age to get. This is a young woman, the Pisces. Now I saw her, the Pisces, yes. And in Brahati, once in a blue moon, when my dad was alive, was appearing Mr. Haji, the Pisces woman. In rare times, but now much more often. Yes, from now, when I showed you the first time, I showed you then. For first time appeared, yes. And before 5 days or 4 days, showed her with me very angry, but yesterday no. She's feeling nothing right now. She got calm. I hope to start to like me a little. Yes. Yes, my dad was telling me, yes, she's shouting, the witch dad, and my dad told me to invite her, Manuel, over here to our house. Why, Dad? Yes, because I want to put her on my bed to get her calm with you. To make her laugh. This meant my dad Christmas, Mr. Christmas. Yes, Dad, she's listening to you. She's wishing she will testify to you to die. Do not say these things, kind of things. Yes. No, my knowledge. Don't believe this kind of things. Silly things. All these are very silly things. But my dad didn't believe too much to the sorcery, although that he was going to the church. Although the church supports and believes that the sorcery exists. Actually, we had a saying that he was wizard before to repent for his sins. Is the saint Kyprianos, Kiprionos, Saint Kyprianos. You find him in internet, Hugh, the biggest wizard in all the planet Earth, he was. And he sanctified, he repented for his sins, he was Satanist. Something like that, he was Satanist. He sacrificed a human to the altar of the Satan. Yes, I have read his biography, yes, and repented for his sins, and he became holy, sacred, form, shape. He became a saint, he sanctified when he repented for his sins. I told to my dad, when I will be died, what kind of sins I had committed. Nothing. He was very simple. Satanist, he was. In the sect, then, 1445 a year, yes, he lived in Turkey, this Saint Kyprianos, yes. Yes, and so the reason the Orthodox Church believes, the Orthodox religion believes to the sorcery, yes, and to the evil eye, generally to the jinx. And I was telling to my dad, she will talk to you, Dad, to die, don't say this kind of things. And he got the illness, you. One time he told me, but no one is God. From where she's listening to me. Yes, the evil spirit is listening to you, and he will be keeping informed. He will be keeping informed her. Yes, that he will speak to her about this thing that you told. And my dad was telling me, in Greek, Manolis, I'm speaking. Yes, Greek. No, he knows all these languages. My dad, yes. But he wasn't in his DNA, his genes, about the cancer. And his DNA, his genes, and the sorcery he infected, contributed, all together. Yes. But, yes, these two women, they want you to cause a spell to me, to lead me to death, to die. They want you. Yes, with an accident, yes, they don't want me in your life. They want to remove me from your life. So that's the reason I went in the sacred hill, and the holy man, this sacred shape, he put the holy cross on my head, on my lungs, on my thorax, on my ribs, over here, very well. That I told you, yes, the sacred cross. Yes. And a lot of demonic things came out from my body, from my solar grid, from my aura, from my bioenergy. Yes, I felt it, this thing, and I'm feeling emotion. I'm emotionally touched. Yes, you. And these things, these women, so that's the reason that I had the demonic idea before on July, on December, and you're obliged to show me your ring, to show me, yes, you love me. Yes, at least friendly, yes, that you love me. Because I showed you my cross, yes, and you showed me this thing. I have to explain you later for this. In 2015, present for my mom, I bought it. Yes, I'm afraid about these two women, but thank God, Stephen, he's protecting me. He's reading me. He has a sacred book, and he's not leaving no one, sorcerer, wizard, or witch, to effect inside my aura. Stephen, he has made something, Stephen. And in the church that I'm receiving the Holy Communion with the same spoon, is helping me. And to the sacred hill that I went, when the Holy Cross touched me, helped me, all together contribute. And Stephen's powers, and the power of Jesus Christ, yes. Because I'm afraid these two women, yes, over there in the United States. And I have the other black women in Nigeria. Not a conspiracy with wizards. Yes, and in private messages, whenever I'm receiving private messages, I believe that they are pretending you. They are saying that I'm Hugh Jackman, I love you, and don't pay any attention to you. From then, 2018, I asked my cards. They showed me that it's a man and a woman, dark-skinned man, dark-skinned woman. So that's the reason I stopped to answer the private messages, because I understood that you weren't, yes. And perhaps in this person they told me that a beautiful woman, such a beautiful woman, you are giving me support and honor to me. You know what happened, yes. You never know what kind of things we're playing, what games played, where they were playing. No one knows, no only the Jesus Christ. And they are in my private messages in Nigeria, the other conspiracy. Who knows what's going on, yes. They communicate in Nigeria with the United States, I don't know. Some mystery is happening over here, yes. And I have understood, yes, I'm making metaphysical investigations, yes. I cannot say things publicly, yes, but yes, and I'm afraid of these two women, yes, over there, yes, from you. I'm afraid of them. And now I know what you will be answering, my knowledge. So afraid. This women, two women, my knowledge, yes. I want you, my knowledge, in my life. Don't worry, my knowledge. Yes, don't worry, my knowledge, yes. My lovely child, yes. I'm protecting you from the satanic spells. I'm reading you so dry, like Stephen, yes. I have a sacred dude, yes. Don't worry, my knowledge. I'm here, and except from Stephen, I'm here, and so do I in my existence. For you, my knowledge, I, Hugh Jackman, yes. Mihalis, your lovable friend Mihalis. Yes, this thing you are saying, yes. And you are reading me with your sacred book, yes. Yes, now I'm receiving this intense metaphysical inspiration, and you thank you that you are presenting, and you also the sorcery to me. Thank you so much. Yes, don't worry, my knowledge. Yes, you are saying, don't worry. I want to my life you. I want you, my knowledge, your existence. I want now this women don't have these suspicions, my knowledge. You are saying, yes. Actually, you showed me all the time. Sometimes you are sending me kisses, yes, of course, to your fans. This kiss is valid, of course, but a little much more for me. Yes, and you're sending to me the kisses, yes, and yesterday when I saw you, told you about COVID in the backstage in your theater, in the theater rooms. In your room in the theater, in the end you send me a kiss. For example, like this. And you were smiling and your ears were laughing. Yes, in ancient Greek years when you are in love with somebody and your ears are laughing, yes, with a metaphorical, it's idiomatic, metaphorical meaning, yes. And your ears are smiling, yes. Yes, you, my friend, don't worry, my knowledge. Yes, I don't want neither my life, middle-aged, dark-skinned woman, neither young, precious woman. Yes, don't worry, my knowledge. Neither any man. Take it from your soul, this kind of demonic ideas. This thing you are saying to me, yes, you, my friend. I will tell you the truth. Yesterday, I had little, yes, for 1 hour, again, demonic ideas. The duration was 1 hour, yes, but in very low degree. Yes, these two women, they are, although that you showed me in the ring that you The ring symbolizes the friendly love and the erotic love that you want me. You want to give me, like a friend, to give me this ring. That you want me too much. And again, and again, yes, again. So powerful witches they are. Yes, you. And again. And again. Imagine if I wouldn't have gone inside the church to receive the Holy Communion, perhaps I would have stopped with you. They would have changed my mind to not be in love with you, to remove this love from my soul, my love, my strong love feelings, with a sorcery. Yes, you. Imagine you. Yes, too much powerful women they are. Yes. Sometimes they have a still strong hurt inside my mind. Yes. But little things. Because I remember your ring and I'm saying no, this at the moment are not valid. Yes. Yes, late in this major role. Yes. But and perhaps Stephen he made something and you made something and you prevented the negative energy, yes, from me. Yes. Hugh, from child, I had these problems with the sorcery, yes. When I was a little child. You remember when I told you about, you remember the monk told me for 1 week that they cast a spell to you, they cursed you, somebody cursed you, and you have the tendency to homosexuality, yes. Perhaps my nature, I understood that would be like bisexual. I would have sexual attraction, I would have the ability to fall in love in men and women, and they changed with the sorcery my nature. Yes. Yes. If they didn't cast a spell to me, I would be bisexual. Perhaps this nature I had in the monk, he couldn't express it. This detail. I told to him, and he answered me, perhaps you have right, this is my knowledge that I didn't get it. I didn't get it. My knowledge. This was, yes. This father, I told to him, you found, but he couldn't express it. Yes. This detail, this point. And from too young boy when I was, accidents to my life I had, yes, I was drowning in the sea when I was 5 years old. My dad saved my life and I drank water, salty water. I didn't tell you this thing. 5 years old when I was, and when I became 6 years old, my dad learned me to swim inside the sea, inside the salty water. Yes. My dad Christmas, and he has made a lot of things about me. And in bicycle and driving with my car, he learned me, he educated me. When I was in high school, in primary school, I was a very good student, thanks to my dad. My dad, he was always beside me, and he was teaching me mathematics, ancient Greek, yes, language, yes. In high school we have this lesson. Mathematics, biology. He was helping me. My dad was a very educated man. He was, yes, and he had made a lot of things about me, my dad, and yes, and a lot of accidents. I was drowning, and my dad saved me. Yes, a lot of times I fell down from my bicycle. Okay, it's okay enough. It's not only the source of the accidents are happening. Yes, the logic says this thing. It isn't all the time. In each accident, the sorcerer do not get crazy. No, but sometimes, in some red letter days, when I had an accident during the holy, for example, holy feast of a saint. Perhaps the magic affected. Yes, when I remember when I was when I was 17 years old, I have a mark. I burned my hand over here in the oven. Yes. I don't know if it's clear. The mark, yes, over here is over here. Yes. I had the mark. Yes. Was a celebration of a saint. Man was the saint. I don't remember now. And this saint, the paganists, burned him. Yes. And do you know something? The devil exploits the biography, the life of the saint. If the saint had burned, they had burned him. Yes. The verb is burn, past participle. Past participle, burn, yes. Or burned. T in the end. I don't know now. Sorry. Uneducated, you got me. Yes. They was burning. They burned during his life. The paganists and the wizards. They are trying to exploit his life. They burned him. To cause spell my knowledge, to burn his hand. Yes, from the life of the saint, because the spells over here in Greece are working in the same day in the sacred days when the Orthodox religion has sacred celebrations of the saints. You got me, Hugh. Yes, they are taking advantage. They are trying to exploit the situation, the case. Yes. The wizards, the Greek wizards over here. Yes, they burned the saint, and they are trying to make the sorcery. And I burned over here and God. In the old, when I wanted to touch something, yes, when I was 17 years old, I was then, I remember, yes. Big problems, yes, I had. Thank God that I'm still alive. Thank God, Hugh, I'm still alive, yes. I'm saying this thing, and right now I'm feeling emotion. That Jesus loves me. He loves me, and all the great saints, pathologically, exaggeratedly, all the great saints, and all the Lord, our Jesus, and His Mother, His Virgin Maria. Yes, only my parents I loved them. They died. It's okay, we were very old persons. Old man, my dad, and the logic says, and the sorcery, if to take the things from the logic side, if nobody cast a spell to them, and they gave my mom and my dad, they would have died. Old persons they were. It's logic, this thing. But they would have lived much more years. They died before their time to come up. Yes, the sorcery killed them much more earlier. This is the difference. Yes. Yes, my mom would have died 90 years old. My father, 100 years old. Actually, he has the gene of his father, 115. His father, he was died. 115. His grandpa, he died. Yes, my father's father. Yes, and this is the thing, Hugh. Yes, my parents. I'm saying to the God, to the Jesus, help me to live, to not die too much younger. Man, because sometimes this demonic idea is getting inside my mind. Yes, that I don't know that I will be died very soon. Yes, with a way. Don't know. I don't have something to my heart. Absolutely nothing here. But the death is coming up suddenly. Whatever is written, but sometimes it's not written, and the sorcery makes it to be written. Yes. Sometimes sorcery kills persons very young before to come up their time from their destiny, that the destiny has written their death. Yes. Now remember in the thriller, I'm seeing your death, you remember? Metaphysical things, you know the thriller, yes. Yes, and generally I'm very careful when I'm walking on the road. When I'm driving, I'm very situatively very careful. Even with the new influenza, it's okay. Now it isn't the sorcery with the new influenza, but the devil has a lot of legs to bring the things negativity to infect the influenza. For example, if somebody in the supermarket beside me to sneeze without anything, he's not wearing the medical mask, and I'm wearing my medical mask beside me, the virus will come and will pass my mask, and I will be unlucky. At this point, the Satan, the sorcery, the jinx effects. Yes, and with this in the new influenza. Yes. Yes, generally, in all the planet Earth, I have enemies. Yes. I don't know if you may or that they are jealous of persons, and they are saying, you have no many always got sick from the new influenza to die. My God. Yes. This they are saying. A lot of persons in all the planet Earth. This I'm suspected. This I'm suspect. I suspect with my intuition. Yes, to my friend. Hold on to see my member. Hold on. I have this torment. Yes. It's okay. Hold on to fix it a little. The distance. Yes. Okay. Yes, I want to tell you very quickly something else that I told you the previous time about the homosexuality that I was telling you for myself. When I was a little child, I told you that the mother told me about the sorcery and this kind of thing that affected to them the homosexuality, that I had symptoms. I will tell you something that you will laugh once so helpless. When I was a kid, I had the symptom, except from the dolls that I was playing, and I was dressing like woman, and I was putting lips, crayon in my lips, and makeup and this kind of things. From my mom, yes. My mom, she was yelling. My dad, no, my dad. My dad was giving me for present the dolls. My always I brought you dolls to play. My dad was very. He always fulfilled my desires. My mom, she was yelling. His man is not a woman to play with dolls. Let the boy to play, to express himself whatever he wants in his life. I remember my dad, he was telling to my mom. My mom, she was strict. Yes, woman. Kind-hearted, but she was strict. Okay, mom, she was mother. She knew that when I will grow up, I will have strong problems to my identity and to my psychological and to my sentimental world. Yes. My mom, she knew. Actually, in the Freud has told this thing that if a boy is dressed like woman during the period of Eve, he will be appeared very serious problems of identity. But he will say, this boy, I'm a man or woman, and this is a dangerous thing. He will have a tendency to transgender into woman with surgery, this kind of thing, touching you. Yes. This problem I had when I was 4 and 5 years old and 6, I wanted to become girl. Yes. My mom, all the knives she had hidden over here. I wanted to take the scissor and the knife to cut my penis to become girl. Yes. And I was telling to my parents, yes, to remember then. Well, my nose, I don't want to remember it. My mom was telling me, yes, this thing. Thank God, Hugh, that in the age of 5 and 4 years old, I appeared the problems, the serious problems of identity that I had. And note, in the age of 20. Certainly there is a lot of persons, a lot of men and women, they want to change sex. Okay, this issue, this problem, is coming up after the age of 18. For me, came up when I was a little child, thank God. This was certainly the reason when I became 10, 11, 12 years old, 13, in that ages, I shed it, I removed from my mind this idea to become girls. I said to myself when I was 12 and 13 years old, I'm a real man, and man I will be died. Yes, I said to myself. And with my hormones, my nature, when I became 16 years old, I saw my body, bristles over here, my voice changed immediately. When I was 16, I had slight voice before. Changed. I understood with my self-confidence, that I am man. And man, I will be stayed, and man, I will be died. Yes. Strong barrier man. Yes, I am. And strong barrier man, I love the man generally, and not the women. Okay, I'm feeling sympathy for the women generally, yes. I'm feeling friendly love. This is another kind of love. Friendly and a simple sympathy. Not erotic feelings, sexual attractions or something like that. No. And from now on, like this, I will be continued with my self-confidence. I said this thing. Now I'm 41 years old, nothing has changed. I have feelings only for the man, generally. Yes. And if the spells work, I've told my dad, now the spells don't break, exist. The nature is. Or it's difficult, the man told me, the spells to be broken. If they wouldn't have broken, if they didn't cause a spell to you, my knowledge, neither bisexual you would be. Straight you would be. You are not, yes, this man, you insisted. You are not from your DNA, your nature. Not a man, they are. You are an exception. You are spellbound, I know this. So that's the reason that you wanted to cut your penis. But never mind you. If there is sorcery, never mind. In my situation. For one reason, all these things are happening. Yes, because if I was straight, I wouldn't be in love with Hugh Jackman. Yes, with Mick Scarlett. I wouldn't be in love, of course. The logic says the thing. Yes, and I wanted to tell you these things. I wanted to take it out of my soul, if I wanted, my story. Because you wanted to hear my story. In private messages, I received a message, then Manolo, tell me more for yourself. Yes. Perhaps you were, or somebody else, I don't know. Okay, I will fulfill your desire. I'm telling you now more for myself. Publicly. Yes, don't care. And wouldn't have, if I was straight, you imagine you in the future to wake up one morning and I will feel that I want to make love with a woman. Yes, and to become womanizer, to happen this miracle. Yes, I would say to myself, sorcery was then spells. Yes, this miracle is difficult to come true in my nature, 93%. And the source, I believe, the point is that sorcery, this thing that I told you by sexuality, was my nature, and they got the things worse. Now I'm belonging in another category. Yes, this is valid. This, yes, this not, but note the sorcery can make a boy homosexual totally, 100%, and the boy must have the tendency from his DNA, from his nature, in order to effect the sorcery. Yes, but never mind. I'm saying to the sorcery a big thank you. Yes, that you cast a, whoever you were, whoever you cursed me and cast a spell to me, to love only the man, so that the reason that Jesus appeared, Hugh Jackman, to my life. Yes, because Jesus has a lot of knowledge. He knows that Michalis, he will come up to my life. Yes, if Michalis, he will come up to my life. He knew this thing. God knows everything in the Jesus, everything in the Lord. Yes, and big thank you. Okay, if I was straight, perhaps I would have the questions updated with you, but with not exactly the same degree of this fervor. But again, I'm a character, Hugh, that I would have liked you. Yes, it is my character like this. And again, the same things I would have told you. If I wasn't loved, if I wouldn't have felt sexual attraction, because if my nature was different, yes, and again I would have said the word, to imagine, to fantasize that I am hugging your head, and I would have told my lovable child Michalis, my lovable friend Michalis, my lovely boy Michalis, and again the same thing, yes, and again, but now much more, except from the friendly feelings, I had an erotic feelings, yes, and you and I, we must say a big thank you to the sorcery. Then, when I was baby, whoever he was and he or she cursed me, never mind. I forgive him, and I'm saying to him a big thank you that you gave me this gift, yes, to speak like grandpa, to have tendency to the homosexuality, and so that the reason Michalis appeared to my life, yes. If you weren't, if you didn't exist on this world, perhaps the Jesus, the Lord, another man, he would have appeared except from still, I don't know, yes. But Michalis, nothing is a coincidence, Michalis, that you and I we met together on this life. It isn't coincidence. Okay, from too close, no. From the camera, you my friend. Nothing is coincidence. We have lived together a lot of previous lives, previous sexy lives, yes, erotic lives. We have lived together. You my friend. Yes, I'm expressing you very well the things today, Hugh, yes. Yes, so the reason I'm saying a big thank you, yes. For one reason, all these things are happening. For one reason, my dad died. For one reason, my mom died. For one reason, I then became famous in opera. Because who knows, I would have involved, I would be complicated with sexual things over there to exploit me, immoral lovers. Who knows? Yes. For one reason, that Jesus has a lot of knowledge. He knows everything. He knew that you will come up to my life, that Michalis will come to my life. He knew that Jesus and the Saint Paisios, they arranged it. You to come in my life and to help me, and professionally one day in the future, yes, to help me and to be a very good friend beside me. The most important thing, except from the erotic things, is the friendly pronunciation, the friendly love. Yes, then the unique, strong beautiful feeling, yes. The friendly hug, the brotherly hug, yes. And the erotic love is very good. And the erotic love, but and the friendly love is and equally the same, is equivalent in the same degree, yes, to my friend. Yes, Michalis, I'll tell you something about what my dad was telling me. My dad was trying, made some efforts to change me when I was 24, 25 years old, to feel something about the women. A lot of times I pressed myself, my feelings, and this is wrong. And my friend, in the past, he told me, don't press, Manon, don't oppress your feelings, Manolis. This is spontaneously, these feelings that you have, for generally for the man, is from your nature, and don't oppress yourself by force to feel something about the women. It's wrong, this thing, yes. I tried when I was 20 years old, 21, to feel something, but I couldn't. You need that vaguely, need that little bit, believe me, Hugh, little bit, absolutely nothing. My dad he was telling me, I know that when you are seeing a naked woman, what you are feeling, without a man beside her, what you are feeling. I was looking at him, a little angry, with wild glance. I was scowling at him. Yes, my dad, Christus. You answer me, what you are feeling, Dad. Stimulation, intensely. You, nothing. Neither vague, nothing. When you are seeing a man, a naked man, you are feeling something about him. Depends. Not only if he is very angry, do not feel. Depends from his type, the kind of the type of the man. Yes, in compare with the women, I'm feeling a lot of, it's the opposite. Yes, very highest stimulation I'm feeling. I answered to my dad. And what you are feeling, I answered to my dad, you are psychiatrist right now. Yes, no, I'm your father, Manolis, and I want to help you. He wanted the person, my dad, to discover what's going on, yes. I answered to him, yes, I'm feeling that intensely sexual attraction, stimulation. What you want to make with the man? The man to make me love, or I to make love to the man? Either myself to make him love, or either himself to make me love. This answer I gave to my dad.